And nigga, be real to yourself before you real with anybody else. Gang. What's the big old deal? Me and it's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nathan. We back cracking with another reaction. So today, man, I want to give a big shout out to Views of a Goal Getter. And, just for the fire content, man. So what we gonna do, man, we gonna keep it real over here today, gang. So we got Big Sad, man, back on the internet scene, doing podcast interviews. The big controversy about Big Sad telling. You see what I'm saying? And this is pretty much about grown men not taking accountability behind their actions, right? I'm gonna just say it like this. A lot of times, a lot of these dudes, bro, they got this idea that, because you having money or you doing something that most people ain't doing with their life, you get to have a different double standard towards the game. I don't care if you get rich and start balling. You cannot disrespect the game when you come to that. So we gonna do this. We gonna do this reaction. Shout out to Views of a Go Getter. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge and the jury. Let's get it. And 5, 4. Let's go.
On today's video, we got a real good interview that just dropped about 20 hours ago by Lil Blood. We all know Lil Blood from Oakland. You got Lil Blood TV. Y'all can go check out his channel. Make sure y'all tapped in, subscribe, the whole nine with his shit. But he just dropped the interview with Big Sad. And we know Big Sad hasn't addressed these rat allegations and all that shit ever since No Jumper. We know what happened there. Motherfuckers didn't give him the real room to speak on the situation as he should be, though, right? So in this interview right here, very well done interview, really shows that Big Sad 1900 is a sophisticated gangbanger, though, right? He's not just a gang member, right? Most people think gang members, they think dummies, they think low bottom tier, willing to crash out. We all know what motherfuckers think of gang members in 2025, but right, this interview showcased that Big Sad really is a sophisticated individual when it comes down to it. But what I wanted to bring to y'all today in this video right here was a reaction to Lil Blood talking to Big Sad about his ratting allegations and what he would do differently. Yes, what he would do differently this time in the interrogation room. So on this video right here, that's what we're going to get into. We're going to watch it together. I'm going to react. Y'all going to talk about it in the comments. We're going to go back and forth. We do all that. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Like niggas I've been knowing since second grade, nigga turning they back on me.
Fuck.
It's like, and it's like, bro, could y'all niggas all read? If y'all can read,
media though, it's a
social media, bro.
It's a
yeah. Cause it's like a motherfucker call me out my name and won't even go read the paperwork, shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's touch on that.
Like, motherfucker, I think a lot of people just want to go with, like, for instance, when 1090 Jake cleared my name, it's like people just swept that under the rug, like that never happened.
Okay,
but
let's touch on that. Let's touch on that. Okay. When I was telling people I was gonna do this interview, they're like, "Man, that nigga this, that, and the other." And I'm not one here, like I said, I didn't dig deep into it. I never read the paperwork.
Yeah.
I just, hear this, I hear that, I see this, I see that. The first question I'm gonna ask you before we dig off into that, whatever your situation was, if that was my situation, or if I would have did that, how would you would have looked at me? Like, would you look like, okay, let me investigate it first?
Yeah, that's
or would you just stamp me like you
see? Look, you know what it was? That's crazy because the people who like me or don't like me, I noticed they was doing different shit. Like people who really know me, they went to go do, because I know real generals and real Crips, real blood niggas.
Right.
They went to go do their homework and really find out the truth. But for the niggas that don't like me, they gonna run with the narrative because they are. I don't know if I didn't took a nigga bitch. I didn't. Gang banging. I got enemies. The city don't like me. You can't expect a nigga that's from the other side to just try to. Oh yeah, they cleared his name up. Nah, he cool. We already enemies. So you gonna stick with what that is and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Because it's crazy. Like, that you can't beat the internet. And at the end of the day, I kind of like stopped even responding to that shit or replying, because it's like I had to look at it like my homie. I talked to one of my homies on the 4 yard, and he said, "Bro, you good, bro? You feel me? We know, I know where I went wrong at. But as far as being a snitch, niggas gotta, you know, you can read, it's paperwork, you can look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's public information. So it's nothing that I can hide, nothing I said or anything. It's, you get me?
Right.
So at the end of the day,
say
it's
that
like,
again. You just said something. I'm sorry for interrupting. You said, I know where I went wrong at.
yeah, I know where I went wrong at. Me being a young nigga just trying to like thinking I could throw the police off.
Talk yourself out of
talk myself out of
car.
These my homies though, gang. People, so it's like when I start reading comments on the internet and the shit they were saying, I'm like, okay, they'll never really understand because they don't.
All right, so with you know, looking at what he just said right there, listen, it's like this, bro. Everybody that go in that interrogation room might not have the intentions on trying to actually, you know what I'm saying, you know, get somebody caught up. They went in prematurely and it didn't come out the way he wanted to be. But what do the streets feel about that? It's totally different from how the internet will look at that. Now, a lot of people, bro, a lot of people have made, you know, spectacles about this situation. The whole internet says he's telling, but you still going on these podcasts saying that you wasn't. If the streets know it, my nigga, then what you getting on the internet proving it, bro? We got to stop proving to the internet that if you telling, if you not. Now, everybody know what that situation is. We got to stop letting the internet take control over the streets, because a lot of niggas that's on the internet is not in the streets, bro. So a lot of people won't understand. But in terms and conditions of what happened with him, we seen the video, we seen the audio, we seen the footage of you saying the wrong shit at the wrong time. Nobody care what your intentions is when it comes to the internet. Real niggas, when they know you ain't telling, then you good, bro. It's too much internet shit being judged on this fucking internet, bro. And that's some real shit, because we didn't grow up with the internet. I think, you know, by him still talking about it, it looks bad. It looks extremely bad, because real niggas in the streets go fuck with you or they not. That's the way the game go. Everybody is so concerned of validation. Man, listen, bro. I don't care what this nigga talking about. If you wrong, you wrong. You right, you right. Let's go. Shout out to the real ones that's in the building. Let's get it.
Don't know the full story. So they're just gonna run with bits and pieces of what they seeing. They don't know the full story. Before all the niggas that know the real story really know. You see my homie still around me, still to this day, still in my videos. I'm still pulling up in the hood, because the internet is the internet, bro. It's like they only want to show you what's bad. They want to tear a nigga down, bro.
Right.
That's just, I don't know why people is like that, bro. They don't want to congratulate like some legendary shit. You know, people just don't be happy for people, bro. And you learn that in elementary school. Like, you know, motherfuckers be talking, your mama ugly. Right. you learn that in elementary school. Motherfuckers just don't like it.
You can rewind time.
Now, before he get into what he would do differently, let's just rewind and start at the beginning right there when Lil Blood asked him about the whole incident, right? So Lil Blood said he didn't look into it. Stop capping, Lil Blood. Everybody know if you fuck with Big Sad shit, right? You was looking in. So you was looking up all the pieces of the facts. I know you ain't finna do this interview without looking in and doing your due diligence, right? And it's funny how Big Sad said, you know, the real motherfuckers is gonna look into this shit. They're gonna get an understanding of the paperwork all online, everything right there, and it is. And Lil Blood, he gonna, and I get it, because he gotta be careful and generous with the way he words and the way he asked that question, right? Because touchy subject, right? Touchy subject, right? He's saying, oh, well, I didn't look at all of it. I just, you know, motherfucker. But come on, Lil Blood, stop capping, bro. We know you looked it up and you understood the whole scenario. You ain't gonna do an interview without the forethought to it. So for me, you know, I get it. I get why he danced around, and I get why, but 100% we know Big Sad is in the wrong, because he worked, I don't want to say worked with it, but he cooperated, right? And in the eyes of the street, if you cooperated with the police, they gonna always label you a rat. This is the irony of the motherfucking streets, right? That if you even talk to the police, but if your mom, your dad, anybody, kid get killed, who you calling though, right? You're gonna call the police, you're gonna tell them what happened and so forth, right? But these motherfuckers is so hard, such gangsters, such killers, street motherfuckers that, you know, any way that you even talk with the police, cooperate, right? Cooperate is what we're looking for. That you a snitch. That's why the internet still thinks that Big Sad's a snitch, because he done cooperated and told what happened. Now, what I thought before, you know, Lil Blood gets into this next part of the interview is that there isn't a focus on who and what happened, though, right? Because let's not forget that a woman and a child was killed in the commission of this supposedly this skit right here, right? They was supposed to be calling themselves being gangsters, showing up, and these motherfuckers set themselves up for failure. They told on themselves. They all the evidence they left out. They went to shoot range before, but how do we forget that a woman got killed in the commission of this, though, right here? How does that big piece of the equation get left out right here? That's a big, ugly, nasty piece right here. The streets are supposed to respect real, all right? And everybody on Sad's helmet for cooperating with the police, right? He cooperated and told them what happened, was willingly talking to him on a long ass fucking interrogation video. But yet, where's the hatred and the animosity for the motherfuckers that killed the woman and the child, though? You know what I mean? That ain't gangster right there. You know, I mean, in 2000.
You know what? Hey, when the way the homie Views is saying that, ain't nobody talking about the lady and the little baby who that lost their life. That makes sense. But that's what I mean by, you know, if he would have came off in that perspective, he wouldn't have to defend this shit. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he was young, man. He was young. He made a mistake. And let me tell you this, man. This gang culture, you can't make mistakes. And that's just some of the bylaws that niggas have to live with since the beginning of time. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody took his life. He's still living. I don't see the purpose of still speaking on that, bro. I think a lot of dudes that get caught up in that, if you don't move on from that shit, it's gonna eat y'all niggas up. And right now, you could just tell that nigga going through a crisis. I could just see it through the spirit. That nigga, he like, he like, damn, man, I was doing good with this rap shit. And then that came out and it just went left field. Now, whoever that died, the lady, the baby, and all that shit, you know, his name is on the line. So he not thinking about that lady. Rest in peace to that lady and that kid. It ain't even funny. But, you know, he thinking about his reputation and his validation. You know what I'm saying? But what he did was, you know, they approached him. I seen the interrogation video. They let him know about the lady dying and the baby dying and all that. And I guess he just, you know, they broke him. They broke him. It's not like he slipped and said some shit. They literally broke this nigga. They broke him, man. He just, accountability, man. Accountability. Let's get it.
2025, I know you young motherfuckers, there's no rules and regulations and anything goes for you motherfucking bozos out there that call yourselves being real and gangsters and all killers and all this shit. But yeah, that shit is never cool to kill a woman and a kid right there. That shit right there, that outweigh anything. That shit right there, you killed somebody's motherfucking, come on with that shit. Why you ain't touch on that though? I mean, that's a big piece of the equation, but the streets, all right? This is how fucking nasty the streets is, all right? The streets give the killers, you know what I mean? They supposed to be real gangsters for sliding and pulling the trigger and doing all that shit and sliding in a different hood. But yet, motherfucker, you killed a woman and a child, though, motherfucker. You is the lowest of the low in my motherfucking book. You down there with the motherfucking pedophiles and the rapists and all the weirdos down there for just doing that shit. Me, having the background that I have and still being able to listen to Big Sad, when I listen to Big Sad's music, none of that shit really registers and takes away from the experience of his music. Now, Big Sad said, you know, like he talking to his people on the 4 yard and they tell him he's good. Yeah, I'm sure they, in his hood, they probably gave him a DP or, you know, because I mean, that is an offense right there, right? I mean, that's a violation for motherfucking cooperating. He should have did what everybody knows to do, right? Let me talk to my lawyer. I need a lawyer before I do this, but you got to think, he's a young cat. He's in a predicament with a woman. I believe it was his friend's wife, right? And his friend had him drive, because he had warrants, had Big Sad drive the motherfucking woman dead with the baby in her stomach to the hospital. So, I mean, like, what more do you want from him? I mean, he should have asked for the motherfucking attorney, but like, I get it though. This is how nasty the motherfucking streets is though, right? You know what I mean? It just shows you how motherfucking just backwards motherfucking the streets and the morale of the motherfucking world at large is, because we grilling Big Sad about cooperating with the police, but what about the woman and child that got killed though? What about that?
I just don't
If
like
you
it.
can rewind time, be honest with me, and you can go back in that interrogation room, what would you do different?
What I would do different? Man, what would I do different? Probably just because this is the thing. See, I'm used to asking for my lawyer when I'm being charged with a crime.
Right.
So
right,
me just trying to throw the police off. I'm like, I'm about to, but no, that's what I basically just, that's what really niggas, me being a gang member talking to the police.
Right.
But like, as far as like, if you read, I'm nowhere in niggas' paperwork. I'm nowhere in it. But me, if I could go back, no, yeah, none of that. You can go read the whole, how they got convicted. It's shit on the YouTube. You can pull it up. It's like it's a public case. One thing about it, you know, I ain't nobody that gonna hide shit for. So like, yeah.
All right, so we gonna get up out of there, man. Shout out to my nigga Views of a Go Getter. So listen, I'ma just say this because there's a lot of young dudes that's out there that need to hear this, and this is some real game, bro. And for the older people that's watching this, y'all gotta wake up and realize that this generation don't want to be no doctors. They don't want to be no lawyers. You see what I'm saying? They even want to be a rapper or a scammer. You see what I'm saying? They want to be an influencer. They're not trying to be no doctor. You see what I'm saying? They not growing up in a household where grandma is telling everybody, baby, what you want to be when you going to grow up? You could be that. Nah, you ain't hearing that in the household. You hearing mothers telling their daughters, hey, if a man ain't giving you no money, then why are you sitting around them? You got to realize we living in a society now where women, you can't even talk to a girl and to get to know her. Like Starbucks, I don't do coffee dates. And we're the only race where a woman, you can't talk, you can't even like, excuse me, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? My name's Saint. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on? Let's go get some coffee. I don't go on that unless you get my nail. I don't experience that shit. I don't, nigga. But nah, man. It's just sad, man. It's real sad that we living in a society where everybody just don't give a F. They don't. It's over. We at the bottom of the topo, especially as a community. I just heard on the news that they're building a Filipino town. Like they got Chinatown, you know what I'm saying? They got, Koreatown. They're going to have Filipino town. They already paid their money, millions and billions of dollars to do it. You're not going to see an African-American town or just a city. We're not going to have our own because society is predicated off of how much money can you get from that nigga. I mean, then you got to look at shit. What's the point of getting married if somebody is in it just for, a malicious reason? It could be a malice reason, and nobody would get. Women are divorcing niggas after years of relationships. You got to look at so much shit going on. That's just not in the household. This is niggas. Let me tell you something. You got a little nigga right now that's standing on a block right now. No money in his pockets, right? But this nigga want to be sipping lean, sitting in a car full of niggas, smoking and drinking, and not do nothing with his life. Not even go get no paper. Man, look, if we wasn't hanging around niggas all day long, nigga, we'd jump on a bus or get in somebody's car, nigga, we going to go see some females. Like, I don't want to be around niggas all day long. You see what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm too old now, but I'm just saying somebody got to wake up and realize, bro, this game that we doing, man, we got to start keeping it real. Because ain't nobody else going to keep it real with you. Right now, this young generation, they out here with switches, with a dick on it. Just nothing but niggas sitting in the car. You see what I'm saying? And then they haven't been battle tested. So as soon as they get out there, they jump in that car and they go on that mission. And none of these dudes really hang with each other like that before. They all just sitting in one location trying to go get some. Nobody really know who got the heart to stand up and do the time, who go run their mouth. We don't know that until it happened. Nowadays, a lot of these little dudes are singing like Jodeci. You see what I'm saying? And come home and have the money. You see what I'm saying? And not even have to be a real nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of these dudes just got money. That don't make you a real nigga. Having money don't make you a real nigga. That lame shit that some of these niggas be having in their heart, you still lame. I don't care how, you can't take the lame out of a nigga because he got some money. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of these niggas on the internet is playing gangster, playing tough. And maybe they're excelling, maybe they're on top, but them niggas is not, they not really from the streets. You see what I'm saying? And we gotta wake up and realize that if you're gonna be in this internet game and you're gonna be a rapper, make sure you don't have no content like this, man. We finna look at the content, man. This is why I say accountability. Let's get it.
Off from prison. I was talking to him. Okay. I got in the shower. This hard. I left my house by 9. I want to say 9.
They picked you up at 9?
No, they picked me up about around 8:30, 8:45. I want to say this happened about 9:15.
So what time did you guys get there? About?
Man, let me think. I woke up at 8 on the dot. My brother called. Grandpa had me the phone. Talked for a little bit. He said they're going to the yard, so they can call me later.
Okay.
Got in the shower. Talked to my girlfriend for a minute in Sacramento. This had to be alright because she gets up every morning at 9 because she goes.
Look at the volunteer. Think about it. Like you said, you was trying to throw them off. Not only you said, oh, because I had to wake up my girlfriend. You didn't even have to mention the city that she was in. You told them the city that she in. Oh, you could, even if while you telling you got to realize that this is how you break it down. Where he made this right here. He had no idea that they was going to use this against him. And this is why I say, as a rapper, bro, don't leave it alone. Stop talking. Just stop talking about it. That's the best way to go about it. If you gonna have to deal with it, you gonna have to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? But this right here, niggas don't want to hear that, bro. Let's go.
Let's work at 10. So I talked to her before I left the house. So this had to be, I want to say 9:30.
So you guys got to the location?
I was there at 9:30. I want to say 9:30, 9:30, 9:45.
How long were you guys parked?
We was parked for 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. And Kevin was driving?
Yeah. Kevin hopped out, walked in the gate. I was sitting in the car for a minute. This happened like, I want to say, didn't say it was falling on us. It seemed like it was falling on us.
When Kevin parked, he parked, do you know direction?
All right. They shot everything from their side.
From the driver's side?
Yeah. They all the bullets.
Do you know how many people were shooting?
No, I didn't even see. I just glanced kind of. I told the detective like it was kind of like an SUV, not a truck, not a car.
Did the car stop and park and somebody walked out?
No, it just put up right on the side. I just see the car right on the side of us. I'm on the glass and just shooting. And I opened the back door. I ran this way and ran on the porch. Because the lady, I want to give you the address, but I don't have her address. But I'll show you the house because she seen me. I was on her porch. And she said, "Don't move. Stay here. Don't move. Don't move. I'm calling 911." And I was just on the porch.
So you can get that. Can you just get the part where you like we off from Playboy Gangsta Crib and we meet up right here?
Like leaning down or whatever.
Okay. So
the car was facing. This is Sawyer. This is Corning. The car was facing that way.
On Corning.
So look, all right. My house. I live on Stanley. You say you coming from Stanley, cross Los Angeles, Fairfax, cross Los Angeles, coming up Sawyer. You pass McDonald's, car wash on this side.
Right.
We made a left on Corning.
Okay.
Man, we parked.
Okay.
Instantly, soon, like 2-3 minutes after, they just pulled up. I'm like,
how many shots did you hit?
I heard about 6 or 7. I'm not really I'm running for my life, so I can't really take the exact number I heard, but it's about that. Like,
you think
just
there were? Okay.
Like 6 or 7.
At this time, Kevin's not in the car no more?
No, he's probably halfway inside the building already.
Okay, so let me get this. So you guys, they pick you up, you get to, now whose house were you going to?
We was just going. We from Playboy, so we just kick it everywhere. We got.
Okay. So were you gonna meet somebody there, or
homies? Everybody just meet up on we off Playboy, so we all meet up on the corner next to the street.
Right. Okay.
You know, so.
All right, so yeah, so you know, that's why I say, man, look, bro. Your rap career, you just heard. Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? When it come to him, a lot of people are gonna still play his music because ain't nobody did nothing to him. You see what I'm saying? So obviously, shit, nigga, you know what I'm saying? His career is gonna keep going. I think you know, see the point of this is if you go be on the internet as a rapper, you want to be a rap nigga, and then you talk about the snitching and all that shit in your rap music, and then you got that video out there in the world, is gonna make people judge you. I don't care how you cut that. You see what I'm saying? Every situation is different. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, because you didn't like you was volunteering shit. You wasn't telling no lies to help your team or help niggas get away. You was telling about your girlfriend and all that shit. So I don't know. I just think like this, man. At the end of the day, bro, it's 2025. I think nobody actually give a shit. I think when people constantly make that shit be a topic on the internet, that's why people gonna always keep reacting to it. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, let him tell it in this interview right here. You know, it's like he ain't say shit, he ain't do shit. And it is what it is. Let's get it.
Yeah, but if I could go back, the only thing I would do is just basically just say nothing. Cause me trying to throw them off my homies, they never felt like it was a problem until I became a rapper. So like, so 15 years ago, we wasn't going to address this. So 15, you tell me niggas wait 15 years.
This case
is 15 years old.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
now that's a point right there. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that shit right there, yeah. Don't wait so many years to address some shit if you had a problem with it. You see what I'm saying? And let's be honest, that shit, this is old. That video, it was a you know, maybe 18, 19, 20. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it was, but why wait 15 years? Can't deny that. Let's go.
That's what made me look at this shit like that. This shit kind of weak. If niggas, you saying like, so, all right, let's say, for instance, let's say I did tell, or niggas felt like I told. Why niggas ain't address me or do nothing to me? Niggas I done shot music videos with these same niggas and did songs with these same niggas from these same hoods. So niggas never felt like I was a snitch until I became a big rapper.
What was
and
it?
niggas
Did
couldn't
you
control
tell somebody
me.
no? Like, oh, I'm not doing a song or the rest. Like,
Yeah, I done did shit like that. I guess a nigga wanted to sign me from over there. You know what I'm saying? And just I just wasn't fucking with it. You feel what I'm saying? It's a nigga from over there that wanted to sign me, one of them older niggas. You know, in LA, a lot of rappers come through older niggas. I don't want to say no names, but if you pay attention to LA and go back from like Suge Knight, I'm gonna just say that Suge Knight, the Death Row days up until today, there's always like an OG nigga or older nigga want to control a young rapper in LA and be behind the scenes and act like they some type of big dog. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no big dog. I'm the dog. It's me. You know what I'm saying? I put my money up. I did this on my own, so I never felt like, nigga, I not saying I wouldn't turn a nigga help down either. I felt like, nigga, with me buzzing how I'm buzzing and the people you know in the industry, we could have went on and signed some artists and made some money together. But niggas always want to be big me, little you. You feel me? I'm a grown man, bro. You know, I got a family. I ain't going for that. So just, you know, I might have rubbed people wrong. A lot of people, they can't get me on the phone. I don't be wanting to talk. I just be in my own world sometimes. And it just rub niggas wrong, I think, like how I move.
Okay.
Just how.
And I shout out Big Sam for taking a little bit of accountability. But once again, the woman and kid got killed right there. I know he ain't supposed to point the finger at him or none of that shit. And that ain't what I'm saying for him to do. But I mean, like, he's giving an account of what happened when she got killed. Though what he's supposed to, I mean, like, yeah, get your lawyer and all that shit. But like you said, it's not none of that was ever even used in the paperwork to convict. There's a whole lot. Y'all go look that up. I mean, like you said, it's on YouTube, everything's there, but like motherfuckers will still call Big Sad a rat. A lot of motherfuckers is gonna feel some kind of way, but it's weird seeing that this is the debate we got to have in rap, though, right? It just shows you the irony of the streets, though, right? The irony of the motherfucking street. Big Sad is sophisticated, smart motherfucker, good quality music. One little blemish on the motherfucking record right here for that shit, right? And that shit eat you for the rest of your life. But you know, motherfuckers want you to be the most real gangster motherfucker, but the motherfuckers listening to the music ain't even the most real gangster motherfuckers. So that's the coldest piece.
And I'm gonna add on that, man, because at the end of the day, I look at it like this, man. I think this was a lesson for him to look at. He don't know what he would have did until he was put in that situation. He was put in that situation and he made a wrong call. He made a wrong call, and you could tell he regretted. But at the end of the day, my only point about this whole situation is, why are you still speaking on it? Let the streets speak for it. And all this internet, you know, once you put it out there, it's out there. I know Big Sad must be going through depression. He's going through depression. This is depression right here when he has to still seek validation behind his actions of what he did. You see what I'm saying? If you did it, you did it. Nigga, move on. You're still breathing. Stop talking about it. I think the internet, like when he talk about this, all this content go keep pulling up. I'm gonna just keep it real. It's 2025. Listen, if you not gonna do nothing to the nigga, stay far away from him and live your life and let that man live his life, bro. It's too many niggas in this world that want to call somebody a rat and you not go do nothing to this rat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Big Sad, leave that shit alone, bro. Live your fucking life. You know, and whoever, and this is just a real game, homie. We gotta stop. I mean, well, this is content for me, but in real life, bro, I just don't give a fuck. I'm not, no, bro. Like, no, I'm not. Look, man, y'all niggas that keep going to call that man this, that, and the third. All right, it's content reason, whatever. But on the streets, if you niggas is not finna go do nothing to that boy, stop talking about him in the streets, man. He already got to deal with this internet shit. This internet is gonna eat his ass up for the rest of his life. I think he should stop talking about this shit because you're making yourself go back home and regret having this conversation. It's like you putting salt on an open wound. Let's get it.
The equation. The motherfuckers listening to this gangster music and wanting him to be the most gangster motherfucker, real motherfuckers, they not even that. They ain't even that. They want a hero. They want a motherfucker they can look up to. They want a motherfucker they can aspire to be. But like I said, there ain't no winners when it comes to this gangsterism. You know what I mean? I ain't found them. Y'all tell me where they at. I don't know where they at. And I know at the end of the day, you got to survive and protect yourself and self-preservation. But let's be honest, a lot of motherfuckers out there in the streets are parasites to the community. And I know because I was one of them at one point in time. That's why I try to do what I do now to give back to the community that I took from, you know what I mean? To the world at large that I took from so many years. But honestly, this is the irony of the motherfucking streets, though, right? This is the irony. The man gave an account of what happened when the baby and the woman got killed, but they gonna deem him a rat for even speaking on that. But at the end of the day, what about these bitch ass motherfuckers that did that shit? What about these motherfuckers should never be held in no high regard? Should nobody give these motherfuckers no stripes or even look? If a motherfucker needed, that should have been a DP off your. But I get it, motherfuckers be like, okay, well, shit, you know, he meant to kill them, but man, that shit is weak. The streets is a myth, though. This shit is an illusion right here. Big Sad music is quality. I still listen to it with a good ear, but he got it on point, though, right? He like, okay, I shouldn't even talk to the motherfucker. I should have asked for a lawyer. Bingo, there we go. Bingo on that piece right there. But like you said, it took 15 years. 15 years. He shot videos with these motherfuckers and wasn't nobody tripping or saying nothing until, yeah, that's funny business right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, you know, at that point, with that being said, man, look, it's like this, man. Stop. It's so much within our culture, gang. I ain't even gonna hold y'all, man. Don't nobody want to see you happy, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? Because it clearly is a clear case of soon as he started touching some money, shining, and niggas couldn't control him or have a hold on him, everybody just went bad on him. You know what I'm saying? That gotta eat that nigga up. That's killing him. He like, nigga, this, you know how old this shit is? Like, nigga, it's 15, 20 years, and now you niggas is tripping on it. That's eating that man up. And you're doing it to yourself, bastard. Stop talking about this. Move on, live your life. You still got people in the world that's watching your music. And I know the real niggas is like, shit, nigga. Let's be honest. Half of the niggas that's talking this gangster shit on the records, they're not living it. Because if you constantly living what you're rapping, you're going to jail. So, like, all that shit is just, I sit back now, I'm older, I'll be like, God damn. Like, this shit is just crazy. Like, listen, in my day, yeah, he wouldn't be a rapper. He would not be able to be a rapper back in the day and still be walking around. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, man, that's how the world turned, man. This world that we live in, man, everybody got to be perfect. And you got to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, these are the consequences. And you getting it the most on the internet because it's a new regime. This internet is the newest thing that controls everything. Real shit. A nigga can hear a story on the internet and bring it to the streets, and that shit is spread like a wildfire. Straight up. Let's go.
Deliberate hate, but if they know they got something on you, they gonna throw that out there. They gonna try. Motherfuckers do not want to see you doing better than them. Not one man out there. I ain't found it's hard unless that man is doing better than you. A lot of motherfuckers do not want to see you doing better than them. I hate to be like that, hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. At least that's what life has taught me in my experience. But I think that was a real good question for Lil Blood to ask right there. You know what I mean? What would you do differently? That's a good question, Lil Blood.
I am, How
did you feel about this? Okay, the 1090 Jake comment or whatever 1090 Jake said, it wasn't pushed.
Yeah, how they pushed the other narrative.
Yeah. How do you feel?
It was funny to me. It was really funny to me because that's who they was tagging. Whack 100 and all. He kept tagging 1090 Jake and tagging him. Like, let's look into this.
Have you had a conversation with 1090 Jake yourself?
Nah, I never talked to him.
That's wrong.
I was like, let's look into. He's like, I'm waiting for 1090 Jake to look into it. Nigga, I even told No Jumper at him, like, tell him, let's do it. But when he did it, nigga swept it under the rug, like he never, you get me? This is the nigga y'all was tagging.
At Lamps Plus, we believe your home should be a celebration of you. And there has never been a better time to create your ultimate.
Everybody, this is one y'all kept bringing up saying, oh, 1090 Jake, can we get 1090 Jake? Let's do it. 1090 Jake look into it. And he cleared me and said, I never told. And niggas just sweep it under the rug like it never happened.
So what did he say?
He basically said, they asked him, why you stop? They asked him, what's up with you and Whack 100? I guess in the interview. Like, y'all back beefing or something like that. He like, man, I ain't beefing with him. He was like, it was a situation where he basically wanted me to say this rapper is a snitch. And I looked into it and I seen that he's not a snitch. Right. So he was Whack 100 and wasn't feeling that. So it just went left from there. Right, like he was trying to get 1090 Jake to get on board with, but but 1090 Jake, he looking into this shit, bro. Like, and niggas thinking like, I know 1090 Jake. I've never met this man.
Right.
My kids, I've never talked to him a day in my life. You feel me? But when he did it, but it's the internet again, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying, bro? Like, I could post like they just like me posting me giving out food to the homeless and just passing out toys to the kids at the toy drive and shit like that. That don't go viral. You feel me? The good thing is just people want to tear you down. So whatever is with tearing a nigga down, people gonna be willing to do it. Especially behind the computer. So when I'm out in the streets, it's love. People they hugging me, dapping me up. I'm in the streets everywhere.
For sure, bro.
I never have a problem.
For sure.
But behind the computer, nigga, say some crazy shit to you.
Bro.
The motherfucker in the comments is gonna say what they heart really feel, all right? Motherfuckers in the comments is ruthless. We know that. The internet ruthless. Motherfuckers say shit that they wouldn't say in real life because they feel safe in the comfort of their home and the distance and shit, right? But let's remember, we got two kind of loves out there, right? We got, I don't want to say two kind of loves. We got two kind of hates. We got two kind of hates out there. We got that hate that motherfuckers show you up front and they let you know that they hate you, dislike you, and they make it known. And then we got that second kind of hate, that kind where it be like, I love you, I fuck with you, man, shake your hand, dap you up, all that. But really, inside their head, inside their heart, they hate you. They can't wait to see you fall down. They the ones that be making them fake ass accounts and getting on there trolling and doing all kinds of weird shit, though. You be surprised, motherfucker. You gotta remember, there's two kinds. So which one is more dangerous, though? The hate that someone shows you up front, or the hate that shows you behind the scenes. And personally, I'd rather motherfuckers show me they hate it. So that second kind of hate is very dangerous. And, you know, for him to say that, you know, everybody feels like that because they up there, you know, Big Sad, be careful out there, man. These motherfuckers are snakes out there, snakes and fakes. You feel me? They shake your hand, stab you in the back. They don't want to see you doing better. And believe me, especially when you're in that place. I mean, look, we seen even with Nipsey, even Nipsey wasn't safe in his own hood. As much as he did for that community, as much as he put on, he wasn't even safe in there. So, you know, I think it's a sad state of affairs, though. You know what I mean? That this is the conversation we having when a motherfucker done killed a woman and a kid, though, right? We having a conversation focusing on Big Sad working and investigating, cooperating with the police. But yeah, the woman and the child got killed, right? But he a gang member. This is what he signed up for. He's not working with the Johnnies, right? He ain't working with the police. You know, police is the worst enemy, right? But yet at the end of the day, right? Motherfuckers still living. Them motherfuckers still living. They went and did prison time and got back out the whole nine. Ain't nobody killed them. They still living. We didn't see that motherfucking Alpo killed, got out, lived, went through prison, and he got killed. How many years later? Like, this is how nasty the game is, though. You know, the streets.
All right, so yeah, shout out to Views of a Go-Getter, man. Always good to watch the content. My message is to these young niggas, man. That nigga ain't battle tested, bro. Don't jump in that car with him. We're living in the society now where it's not mandatory that you go outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you know, to be a real gang member, a gang banger, you have to embrace violence. The moment that, you know, you got to realize that, you know, when you embracing violence and you actually committing violent crimes and shit, you got to keep going. You got to keep going until you ain't having time. You got a job. A job will hold you up from committing murders and robbing liquor stores and all that type of shit, bro. So at the end of the day, to these young niggas, man, get your money, take care of your family, and man, stay out the way. Stay out the way. Yeah, I wasn't going to say nothing crazy about Big Sad in this situation, man. It's just self-accountability and stop talking about it. Stop talking about it because a lot of people are going to react to it. And people still going to, it's like putting salt on an open wound. Somebody going to always remind you of what you did wrong about it. So on this one, man, like I said, man, man, look, y'all be the judge and the jury. That's it for this content. I want everybody that's just pulling up that if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next video. Let's go.